Hi, this is Pam Jungi and John Amatucci coming to you live from Las Vegas for another episode of Exp Explained.
EXP is a cloud-based licensed brokerage for processing real estate transactions. Now, brokers and independent agents all over the world are using their platform to build new businesses, scale existing businesses, save money, transfer risk, build wealth, and remain relevant.
Amen. And EXP World, the parent company, is publicly traded on the NASDAQ, and the growth is exponential. The company's 2009 beginnings were humble at best. CEO Glenn Sanford was an accomplished agent at Keller Williams, running several teams across the nation when the crash of '08 changed everything. This led Glenn to scale back, take a hard look at the entire real estate brokerage model. Glenn ultimately decided to create eXp Realty to serve as the Amazon of real estate brokerages, and he's doing it.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of EXP Explained, EXP live from Las Vegas, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to hear future podcasts.
Click it.
Pam and Johnny.
Pam and Johnny live from Las Vegas. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 4.
Oh, that's
Quattro.
4 fingers. I put up 2 for the peace sign, but it's 4 for episode 4.
4 fingers. Sounds like a 007 movie.
Pour me 4 fingers of vodka. That's what you think. Hey,
what are we talking about today, Johnny?
So today, Pammy, we are going to talk about the Exp Shareholders Summit, which is going to be coming up in May, that we're all very, very excited about.
Yeah, and why are we excited?
We're excited because we are agents, and we're shareholders. We're shareholders. It's going to be from May 17th through the 19th. And there are going to be probably in excess of 25,000 attendees, including our shareholders. So as Pam mentioned, if you are an agent, you're a shareholder. There will be 9+ keynote speakers, including Grant Cardone, among many others. John Sally, NBA star, 4-time NBA champion, is also going to be a keynote speaker, which is really pretty cool.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I had no idea that John Sally, he's a very... he's a very deep guy. There's a lot more to the surface than just being a basketball player with John Sally.
Well, listen, basketball is not just court talent, right?
Right.
You know, it's a mental game.
Yeah, it is. And he's a vegan, which I had no idea. So
I'm done. You just lost me.
I know, really. Talk about meat, potatoes, roast beef. I don't want to hear about vegan, plant-based diets, but hey, whatever floats your boat.
And to each his own. I respect people that like vegan diets.
Me too.
I just like a good steak. The interesting thing is that we're really excited to see what everybody has to say about where this company is going. There is just so much fuel underneath this rocket right now, and what's the rate of our growth right now? It's amazing.
EXP has grown 3,700% over the past 5 years. I mean, you think about that.
5 years. 3,700% this company has grown.
And that's not playing around with numbers either. And EXP, Pam, is, one thing that I think that people fail to notice is that EXP is one of the few publicly held real estate businesses that actually makes money.
Yeah.
The company
profitable.
earns money. They're profitable. And, so not to knock on any of the competitors out there, but this is a profitable company that's been growing at a very rampant rate. And let's talk about why we're excited about the summit that's going to be coming up, aside from being shareholders and being able to be there.
Well, I'm just hoping to hear what's next, right?
Yeah.
Because with Glenn Sanford, he's got this IT background, and so it's all about technology. And Glenn has built this vehicle in the United States of America, and now he's expanding. We're expanding into other countries. What have we got? We've got Italy, we've got Portugal,
Spain,
we've got France,
India, China. Well, not all of China, but Hong Kong, I believe.
Right? Absolutely. So while he's built this vehicle here in the United States, and to put that growth into perspective, so I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary with EXP. Couldn't be happier. There was about 25,000 agents when I joined, so we've doubled agent size in just 2 years.
In just 2 years, wow.
Yeah.
Right. And it's not like we're forcing anybody to come over here. This is a platform where real estate agents who have been, especially those who've been around the industry for a while, they're seeing the advantage.
Well, there's a natural attrition. I mean, let's face it. The real estate industry was so far behind as far as technology was concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's been like the old model brokerage firm forever that was built in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. And when you've got franchises, you just can't pivot and grow and change the way you would want to, right? So this is actually a company that was built with technology through huge technology expansion.
No doubt.
So with that being said, Glenn just purchased Showcase IDX, a year ago, right?
Just about. Yeah.
So what could that mean for us?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the one thing that if you listen and read in between the lines of what he's been saying, what Glenn's been saying, is that international growth is definitely going to be a focus on the company moving forward. But one thing I like, which Glenn extrapolated on, was that you can come here and not have to go through, how do you put it, the brain damage.
The brain damage.
Of starting your own real estate firm, not to mention the financial aspect of it as well, when you can just join EXP and be able to take advantage of, by far, the most sophisticated technology in the real estate industry today, certainly from a residential real estate perspective and now a commercial real estate perspective.
And the interesting thing is, I would love to layer that with the fact that you're not going through the brain damage of starting your own company, but you've been given this umbrella to run autonomously under. I run my own company underneath the umbrella of EXP Realty.
Right.
And we're the Jungie Group, and we're incredibly profitable, and we're given all the tools and techniques that we need. And I was just able to transfer all the risk and liability onto you, Glenn. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Glenn.
You don't go through the brain damage of building your own company. However, you have the ability to run your own company with a lot less headache.
Right. And the one thing and let's talk about, not to get into the negative, but one of the knocks that people like to attribute to EXP and to us as agents of EXP, shareholders of EXP, is that we are an MLM, a multi-level marketing, which has a negative connotation. But as Pam and I were just talking about a little bit earlier, if you're with RE/MAX, what are you doing? You're in the business of selling franchises. If you're in Keller Williams, you're in the business of selling franchises. So tell me, what is MLM in the real estate industry?
The bottom line is that my stock is still worth more than it was 2 years ago, and it's more than 40 times what it was. And it's still worth more than a bunch of other companies' stock.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, also it's dollar cost share averaging. When you're an agent and you're doing deals throughout the course of the year, and you're able to buy EXP stock at a discount, or if you're a new agent and you're being gifted EXP stock on your first transaction, you're just dollar cost averaging that investment. And the bottom line is that you have these multiple sources of revenues that are so key. So as far as the MLM sour Sallys and negative Nancys out there, as we say in Brooklyn,
I'll say it a little nicer. MLM, it just carries a bad connotation, right? However, the truth of the matter is that this model works. This model works in this industry. Would it work in a title company industry? Probably not. Would it work in a mortgage industry? I'm not sure. I think the cloud-based platform could transfer over to other industries. Revenue share, I'm not so sure about. However, in a real estate brokerage firm, it absolutely works.
Yeah.
I've trained so many other agents throughout my career, and I'm not successful until I make them successful. They're only successful when they fly the coop, right? So then I get a thank you, I get all the feel goods that I've made somebody more successful. But that's it. That's where it stops and starts.
Right.
And it's just kind of cool to be actually remunerated for that.
No doubt.
For their success, and still being able to participate and be a part of their business. Because the difference in EXP is that once they leave my team, they're still with the company. They're still with the parent company, right?
Right.
So we're still affiliates. I'm still right here.
The relationship
for
continues.
them. Exactly. Yeah. They just become my peer and move up the ranks and probably pass me up. And
I doubt that.
So yeah, that's a little bit about that. And we're just excited. We know that they're going to be coming up with all kinds of next steps. And you were speaking about Grant Cardone being one of the speakers, and I'm super excited to see how Grant Cardone aligns with coaching and mentoring in EXP as far as real estate is concerned. Now, a lot of people, they don't get it. They don't get the correlation. Grant Cardone, EXP, 10X, yada, yada, yada. Grant Cardone has made his fortune on real estate. That's his first love. Right. His first love is real estate. So I think it's a perfect mix.
No question.
And I mean, just one more benefit of being a member of EXP and having access to that level coaching.
Right.
It's going to make my life as a mentor a lot better.
There's no question about it, because look, it's just you can never have enough good sound advice and quality mentorship. I don't care what stage of your career you're at. especially in this industry where you have people who are, younger that are getting into the industry and people who are older that are getting into the industry for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So it's awesome to have and to be able to network with the type of influencers that work with and for EXP.
Absolutely. And hopefully we'll hear some more about some of Glenn's other programs too, like Verbella and that platform and where he's taking that and how that's going to be affecting us. It actually affects us as shareholders because the EXPI stock is actually a collaboration of EXP Realty, EXP Commercial, and Verbella, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Success Magazine as well.
Success Magazine.
And that's another benefit. Did you get your issue of Success Magazine with Tony Robbins on the cover?
No, did you steal mine?
I did. That's how I got mine. I'll bring it back.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. But, I guess one of the things that we're driving at is that there are numerous benefits to working with and for EXP. If you're an agent that's not with EXP and you'd like to attend the Shareholder Summit, we'd be happy to invite you as a guest. And I think the one thing that you and I were talking about a little bit earlier, which is really interesting, is that how is this business and how is this company going to evolve?
What Glenn did that was so brilliant, he built a platform underneath EXP for investors to come in and bid on properties.
Right.
So what he did was now we provide the platform and have zero liability, right? So if the deal goes awry, the property ends up in inventory, it's not our property. Right? But he built this incredible platform. He's doing the same exact thing with title companies. So we're joint venturing right now with Silverline Title.
Right, for lending.
They're not available in Nevada yet, so I really have no personal experience of them. But again, that's another joint venture where you take another great company, another great tech company, like-minded, right? And you joint venture with them, just like he did with Silverline Title. So it's not a matter of like building those businesses from scratch, just like Showcase IDX Link, right? He sees value in that, not for the purpose that it was originally intended, but he sees value in it for a bigger purpose, possibly a national MLS, if you will.
Right.
You know what I mean? A national property syndicated site, right? So I love the way he goes about business, and it's one of the reasons why this company is so relevant and so successful.
And what do you think about lenders? Do you think that there's a possibility that we are going to have some type of affiliate program with lenders so that, maybe clients are getting pre-qualified, pre-approved, and then passed on or at least introduced to agents at EXP to help them along the ride?
It's already in the works.
It's already in the works.
It's already in the works, exactly. So I mean, the lead generation comes from so many different places within EXP. They're constantly building these platforms as a source of lead generation. Honestly, EXP Express Offers, that was built not only to like get into the iBuying business, but as a source of lead generation, right? So if we submit a property to EXP Express Offers, it gets purchased, then we get the property back for the flip most of the time. Thank you, Civic Financial. Big plug. And there's just so many different avenues of lead generation built into the program. It's crazy.
No question about it. Yeah. And one thing I thought Glenn is a tireless promoter, and I won't say a self-promoter because he's always out there preaching the gospel of EXP. And in a recent interview, he
humble
was,
though.
But absolutely very
so
humble. There's no question about it. And
such a great man.
And he lays things out in very layman terms as far as being able to understand. He doesn't try he simplifies complicated things. And what I was getting at is that I thought was pretty interesting. When he was asked about the competition, he's not concerned or he's not focused in on traditional competitors like a Remax, like a Keller Williams.
What is their intention? They keep saying they don't want to be a brokerage.
Right.
Yet they're, go on your Facebook feed, you're going to see Zillow stuff on the side with pictures of houses and a Zillow for sale sign in the front yard.
Right.
So if that's not being a brokerage, I'm not sure what is, right?
Can't get a little bit pregnant. You can't be just a little bit of a real estate brokerage company, right?
So I think it's just more like, I listened to the podcast that you're talking about, and I do remember that part. I think it's more of understanding exactly what Zillow's intention is. And that would make them a fierce competitor, possibly.
Yeah.
However, we're at like 3 to 4% market share in the nation right now.
That's incredible.
Huge.
It's a huge number, but if you think, it may not sound like a lot, but it's a huge number considering how many agents there are in the United States of America.
Right.
And how quickly we've captured 3 to 4% of that share.
Yeah, and I would venture to say also that those 3 to 4% are highly active versus a lot of the other agents that are at other firms, right?
Correct.
If you're
doing it part-time or that doing it,
exactly. EXP is, I was just going to say, I don't know if I can I say balls to the wall?
You can absolutely say, so go ahead and say it. What's EXP?
EXP is balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
We're here to do business.
We're here to do business.
We're here to educate the consumer, help people acquire and dispose of real estate assets. And I haven't met a professional in EXP yet.
EXP is not a place where agents go to die, they go to thrive, right? I think that would be a pretty fair statement.
Absolutely.
You see that in other industries and other types of businesses where people get burnt out and, they go to a place to, not physically die, but to spiritually and mentally and business-wise die. It's the complete opposite.
Be comfortable, right?
Be comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, you can sacrifice the business you want tomorrow by being very comfortable today.
Mm-hmm.
Or not.
Why not?
Yeah.
And the amount.
So I don't mean to cut you off, but I think we're boring them now.
Are we boring you guys?
I think we're boring them now.
Well, I guess I can tell one of my jokes then if we're boring you. A guy walks into a doctor's office and says, "Doctor, I think I'm a dog." Doctor says, "Well, how long have you felt that way?" Guy says, "Well, ever since I was a puppy."
Shareholder Summit.
Shareholder Summit.
3 days.
3 days.
May 17th.
Through the 19th.
Through the 19th. You do not have to be an EXP agent or affiliate to attend. So if you're interested, let us know, and we're going to drop a
and if you're an agent, we are going to put below these fingers over here when we do the editing, there's going to be an email address. And if you're an agent and you would like to find out more information about joining EXP or just hearing about why we're so excited about being with EXP, just drop us a line.
Let us know.
Thanks for talking.
Until next time.
See you guys later.
Peace.